Did that splash, did that drip, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This is Breida pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Matt Breida, the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And the throw there gonna be incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
From 27-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Carson, the first down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They run it with Carson, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
This is Carson, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Again, the ball carrier.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second and 6. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
He was taken down.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
A gain of
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
on second down, a run with Breida. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Good. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. That's the end of...
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Play action, now it's Tua. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Out of bounds.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal on the Seahawks 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. Logan. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flushed out right. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And able to find Dorsett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Carson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one.
A gain of 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Michael Kendricks made the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys are going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and is tough as any receiver in the NFL.
At the 9-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Calais. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now Wilson on first down. That's caught by Penny. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll run it again with Penny. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Jerome Baker
just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And the Seahawks first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now it's Carson. And a short gain down to about the 33.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett.
Welcome to the NFL, baby.
They'll run, play, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a give to Breida. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. On downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these 2 defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Switch.
second down. It's Carson, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Michael Kendricks made the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Nothing.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
5-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
At the 45-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try to run with Breida. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They run again with Breida. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Dolphins 10. Seahawks nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete to Dorsett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
And the Seahawks first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here. A football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
It's fourth.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And some room to work. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
That's good.
A big play there for the Dolphins. 45 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Here's Breida. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Ball carrier.
Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
36 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Good.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. On the jet sweep, here's Grant. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
32-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
52's the mic, boys. 52. I hope you brought your rest because I'm about to take you to school. Check 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
On the pickup.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
22-yard line.
Wilson to throw. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
36.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
At the 14-yard line.
So a victory here for the